Hey guys, welcome back to Chit Chat Tuesdays. If you're new here, I'm Krystal, and today we're going to be talking about social anxiety. I'm curious, how many of you have social anxiety? Leave it in the comments down below, or give this video a like if you do, just to show of hands, because sometimes I feel like when you have it, you kind of feel like you're on an island all alone and there's nobody else that can relate. And I say this because I do have social anxiety. And it's a tricky thing because I feel like a lot of people, when they encounter someone that has social anxiety, they just assume they're a bitch, for lack of better terms, or they just are stuck up, or they just don't have time for them or something like that. And it could not be further from the truth. I don't think I'm better than anybody else. I am not stuck up. I'm very, very much so not stuck up. I'm a very humble person. I am not a bitch. I can be, but I'm not one, I just am terrified to talk to you, okay? I don't like talking to new people. Also, Rosie's chewing on a bone in here. If you can hear that, I'm so sorry, but it keeps her occupied, so a win. But I'm not trying to be stuck up. I'm not trying to be rude. I honestly am terrified to talk to new people. A million things run through my head. Am I about to say something stupid? Was what I just said stupid? Are they gonna like me? Are they not gonna like me? Is my breath okay? Do I have a booger in my nose? How does my makeup look? Or, oh my gosh, I don't have on any makeup. I look terrible. Do my clothes match? Is my boobs showing? Is there too much cleavage? Like, are my shorts too short? Oh, did I paint my toenails? Are my fingernails chipped? Is my hair sticking up somewhere? Are my glasses dirty? Can they see smudges on my glasses? Like, all of this stuff comes flooding out. So then when I go to speak to someone, most of the time I will stutter a little bit or I'll get tongue-tied. Words won't come out properly or they won't make sense. And then I feel even worse. And so you know what I mean? It's hard to make friends when you have social anxiety, especially as an adult that stays at home and does YouTube and Instagram, because I'm not coming in contact with other people. I am talking to myself, and in return, what I'm saying is going out into the internet, which is cool and it's great, and it has helped me warm up a little bit to other people, outside in the real world. But even though, like, my hairdresser, I've been going to her for 2 years now, and still I have to give myself a pep talk, and I'm nervous before I walk in to get my hair done because I'm like, what if she asked me this? What if she asked me that? What if this topic comes up? What if I don't have anything to say? Does she think I'm boring? I mean, all this stuff comes running through my head, and I'm sure she thinks none of these things, but that's what happens when you have social anxiety and anxiety in general. You know what I mean? It's tough. And it is very, very difficult. I am very thankful that my husband does understand that I do have these issues, and he is willing to push me out of my comfort zone enough to where I still feel safe and it doesn't throw me into an anxiety attack. But at the same time, like, he understands in certain situations I'm just not going to talk to people. And so now I gave him permission to tell people, like, if I'm about to meet people I've never met before that he works with, you can tell him ahead of time, I have social anxiety. I'm gonna be very quiet, and it's not because I don't like them or I'm not having fun or I'm rude. It's because I'm nervous, and that is it. And even with, like, my mother-in-law, my husband and I have been married for 10 years. I still get nervous, and she just doesn't understand why I can't just pick up the phone and call her. And it's because you're not one of my comfort people. You're not, my comfort people are the only people I can pick up the phone and just call, and I'm not nervous, don't feel anything about, have a conversation for an hour or two and be done with it. Where'd you go? Oh, looking for the dog. She went to sleep. But And if you have social anxiety, you understand like those comfort people. And when you go out in public and one of those comfort people's with you, you deflect to them. Like if a stranger approaches, or you have to like inquire about like where something's located in a store or something, you deflect to that person that you're comfortable with. Like I am terrified to even call and order a pizza. I have never in my life called and ordered not one pizza ever. I'm 35 years old. Just turned 35, but 35 years old. I have never ordered a pizza in my life. Ever. And my husband is like, what are you going to do if I'm out of town? I'm like, not eat pizza. And I've gotten a lot better because I go through a few steps in my head. I'm like, okay, one, who cares if they judge you? Are you wanting this person that you're about to call on the phone and make an appointment at the eye doctor? Are you wanting to become best friends with that person? No, probably not. It doesn't matter if you stutter while you talk or you don't know the answer to something. It's okay. All right. It's completely okay. This person deals with this all day long. They're not judging you. And I can have conversations with strangers, and there are days where I don't feel anxious at all talking to people I don't know, and it's great. And then there are days where I just want to hide under my bed and not talk to any strangers. It makes it very difficult. I have to practice what I'm going to say before I call people. Like if I'm going to call and make an appointment, I'm like, okay, this is probably what they're going to say, and then this is what I say back. And this goes back as far as I can remember being a kid in school, and you're going down your rows in your desk reading from the textbook, and I would be like, okay, they're reading this and they're reading this and this. Oh, this is my paragraph, but I would read the one before it, that one and the one after it, and I would make sure there were no words in it that I didn't know. I would practice it, so when it was my turn to read, I would read very fluently. Now, in return, I now can read very, very fast because I have had so much practice of reading things so many times over, just so I could fluently speak, fluently read. Not that anybody cared. You know what I mean? Like, that's the biggest thing I have to remind myself. Like, people don't care about this stuff. This is all nonsense in your head, and you're making this up. Now, there are people out there that are judgy, and they will judge you for certain silly things, but those aren't the people that you want to impress anyways, and those aren't the people you want in your life for a long period of time. But you know, I just wanted to kind of vent about social anxiety, because I feel like I am very misunderstood, and everybody that has it is very misunderstood by everyone else that encounters them, because I feel like people just think, oh, they're too good for me. They just don't like me. She's bitchy or he's bitchy or whatever. And that is not it. We're just scared of what you're going to think about us when we speak to you. Or we're just scared in general to talk to someone new because it's not familiar and it's not comfortable and it gives us anxiety. I know in my case, and I'm sure there are other people out there that have social anxiety that feel completely different, and different degrees of social anxiety. There may be people that step out in public and literally have a panic attack just being near people, not, let alone speaking to them. Large crowds of people don't bother me unless they're all trying to talk to me and I'm having to mingle and stuff. Then I have a problem, especially if I'm alone. You know what I mean? I would never put myself in that position, ever. If anybody ever catches me out in a large group of people and you can tell I don't know anyone and I am mingling, come and get me. Take me to the nearest police station, because I either have hit my head and I have amnesia and I don't know who I am, or I've been kidnapped and I'm trying to throw some subtle signals out there so someone helps me. Because I'm being serious. And it's crazy because I am a people person. I'm very talkative. I like to say I have a pretty good sense of humor. I have a very dry sense of humor, so I know it's not for everyone. But I like to have fun. I like to be goofy. I like to do silly stuff. I am that person that will just stand on the table and twerk the worst twerk ever just to entertain people. I love when, love making people laugh and entertaining in general. But you throw me in a crowd full of people I don't know, and boy, do I just like close off as a person. And I wish I weren't like that, because it does make it incredibly difficult to make friends. And, it gets lonely. And I'm sure if anybody out there, can relate, then you know what I mean. It gets really lonely because you get so caught up in the few people that you feel completely comfortable with, that if you're not around those people for an extended period of time, it can start to really like wear on your mental health. Or at least for me it does. And I have met those few people that the first time I talk to them, I feel completely comfortable with them. And from day one, I never am anxious. And those are the people that it's like, will forever, those relationships will forever be in my heart. Because if I meet you and instantly connect with you and instantly feel comfortable, then I know you're my people. But I don't, I don't really have any closing thoughts. I'm sending virtual hugs to everyone out there that has any mental illness, any anxiety, depression, anything that keeps them from being able to live a full life. And I'm not saying I don't get to live a full life, but you know what I mean. Just virtual hugs to everyone out there that suffers from social anxiety. Just know I love you guys, and this is a safe space. If you want to chit chat or connect or reach out in the comments down below, please feel free to do that. Also, if you're struggling with any mental health issues, please speak to someone, anyone. I don't know how much help I will be, but if you have anything you want to get off your chest, you can speak to me. I mean, whatever you need to do. I love you guys. Please don't forget to subscribe before you go. And if this is your first Chit Chat Tuesday, please go ahead and click the little eye up here to go to the playlist of all the other that is a mouthful. Say Chit Chat Tuesdays 5 times fast. You're going to start saying some crazy stuff. But go ahead and watch those other ones. I love you guys, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.